What is up, guys? We are out here today with a long overdue video. This is the WLToys 1240-18. Now, if you remember the 1240-19, this one shares a lot of the same parts and actually the same chassis as the 1240-19. The only real difference is the body. Obviously, you can tell that the shocks are mounted differently, and it has a lot more suspension travel than the 1240-19. That one's more of a land car with kind of more speed run oriented. This one's meant for more off-road. You can tell as I'm driving it that it's definitely more top heavy. The center of gravity is a lot higher, so this thing will flip a lot easier. We have the Milan M3 GPS on top. We're going to give it a couple speed runs, see if we can top that 30 miles an hour that we got with the 1240-19. Then we're going to take it off our jump, and I'll give you some of my final thoughts. GPS is zeroed out. I'm going to give this thing a couple 2S speed runs. This is the stock battery, stock electronics, and we'll see what kind of speeds we get. I'm going to be careful turning it around just because it is a lot more top heavy. That's full speed. Runs pretty true. See what we got here. 30.8 miles an hour, so right on par with the 1240-19. We'll give it one more run. Now, I like these cars. If you remember in the other video that I did, I mentioned that there is some pre-driving setup that you need to do. With this one, I took it apart and the front and rear differentials were completely dry. I went ahead and put 10,000 weight oil in, or 10,000 weight fluid in them. Now we're at 31 miles an hour. So I put 10,000 weight fluid in both the front and rear diffs, and I also mentioned that the shocks were overfilled when I got this. So I went ahead and bled them correctly, and now there's a lot more suspension travel on this. So we're gonna run it around for a little bit. You can see it flips over super easy compared to the 1240-19. We'll run it off the jump and see how it runs in some grass. So for 115 bucks, this thing is well worth the money. Maker Fire gave us a 7% off coupon code. I'll link that down below. And I bought a couple of these from Maker Fire. They came from China in about 2 weeks, which I think is pretty good. 360 Go mounted up in there, and see what kind of footage we can get with this. So like I was saying, this one is more meant for off-road, maybe some light grass. We'll hit the jump here, see how this thing performs. Whoa, seems to be okay. Insta's still in there, and with the diffs, putting fluid in them, this thing is going to run a lot better. It's not going to spin out as easily. As you can see, this one is like I was saying, a lot more top heavy, but this would be good for some loose dirt. You can see the suspension travel. It's handling the grass okay. But that's all right. 30 miles an hour out of the box for something. Oh, we missed the jump there. For something this cheap, this is a great price. This is probably one of my favorite cars of 2020. Full speed. Wow, that thing flew true in the air. probably about 30 feet worth of air there. You can see that. Looks like we did break something on the back here. Looks like our wing just came undone there. Not a big deal, but yeah, just be careful running this thing in cold weather like I am right now. Plastics become very brittle, especially with these cheaper RC cars. Take the Insta out, and we'll run this thing a little bit more. So again, this is the stock battery. This is a 2S battery. I wouldn't recommend running this on 3S, although some people have run it on 3S. You do run the risk of blowing out your ESC. Decent air control. The tires are smaller on this, so you're not going to get as much play in the air, but runs pretty true. Full speed, taking a beating. And with this body compared to the 1240-19, this one is a lot more contained. I don't think you're going to see as much dirt inside. There's a roll. I don't think you're going to see as much dirt on the inside of this. Getting it dirty, getting it wet. Yeah, these cars are great. WLToys really hit a home run with this one and the 1240-19. Depends on what you want to do. As you can see, it really is top heavy. See if we can hit some snow here. This snow is a little hard. Yeah, this thing jumps pretty good. Uh-oh. So this is something that I have been dealing with driving this thing recently. Nothing breaks, but as you can see, the this little steering link here comes undone, and it comes on the inside there. See if you guys can see it a little bit better in here. It comes undone. Our front drive shaft is still in there, but the only way to screw it back in is to almost take the whole body off and put an Allen wrench in there. All right, so we're back at the shop just to assess some of the damage that happened today. What I'm going to do is take off this front cover here. You really need to get into this area right here. So this will start going in like so, and it's in a weird position where you kind of have to put this in separately and then screw it in. So like I was saying before, this is a great budget truck for $100 and something. I'll leave a link down below for Maker Fire, and we'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks.